Hey everybody, Spanky the Hero here. It is Tuesday, April 24th. Checking in to give you a few updates and our midweek car vlog. I don't know, I haven't figured out a schedule for these. It's back to my original thoughts of when I have something to talk about, I'll just do a car vlog. So what's on the agenda? XCOM, as you've seen, has been coming out. Episodes have been making their way to being published. As of right now, episode 21 is the last episode published. Tomorrow, I'll be resuming with episode 22. I don't recall if 21 is scheduled for today or was scheduled for yesterday. So just a heads up that 22 will be out tomorrow. I recorded a session last night, and I have to get that finished doing my editing so I can get that online. Beyond that, I'm also going to be meshing in some Factorio. I know I've played 2 sessions of that, so I have that coming. Agrarian Skies is still on the radar, as well as a potential server play series. Essentially, I'm looking to spin up a Feed the Beast, goddamn it, Infinity Evolved. That's it, yeah, Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved pack, which is like their big, boisterous pack. So I'm considering seeing if anybody's interested in playing on that. I need to test out my server to make sure that it's running a little better than it was before. Last time I did it, it couldn't quite keep up on the CPU side, so we'll test it out. Beyond that, Garry's Mod, we've attempted to record Garry's Mod a couple times, and it just hasn't. Unfortunately, I'm the only person recording, so the format doesn't really carry over. So I'm kind of on hold as far as posting recordings of that. The same technically applies for like the Minecraft server play, but it's more or less going to be me playing Minecraft. It's not going to be a group of us actively playing together, at least not beyond the first day. There have been talks of the next Brew Day. Looks like we're aiming for like mid-May. I'm not sure who's exactly going to be available for that, or if we're definitely doing that. I know it's there's 2 weeks in question right now, and one of them I can't really do. I'm not going to be around for that. So it looks like it's going to fall to the other day, but we're going to have to wait and see. I'm hoping to do some updates to my Patreon page today. It's been a while since I've looked at the page, just because as I've mentioned before, April's been the month of being busy, and this is pretty much, we're on the home stretch now, so I'm not going to be swamped the rest of the, Friday I'm traveling to Virginia on business, so that's going to be a bit of a drive for me. But I'm not going back straight away. I'm literally going out there for like an extended lunch meeting, and then I'm coming back home the same day. That was the original plan. A coworker of mine that moved into about 2.5 hours from there, I'm going to drop in and see him, spend the night there. I haven't seen him in a while, so I want to, pay him a visit. Beyond that, that's like the last big thing I have going on this month. Once we get beyond that point, I'll be kind of back on track. I do want to get caught up on my recordings, though. One of the whole reasons why I recorded so much before I started posting, I literally recorded like 4 sessions before I posted the first video, because I wanted to get them edited, get them ready, get them online, and start posting them. That way I can keep up the backlog, because just getting things encoded and all that kind of good jazz takes a lot of time, and since I'm not doing this as like a day job, during the day I'm working, during the night I want to be either recording sessions, editing, but still the encoding that takes place takes time. Even like a half-hour episode takes some time. A half-hour episode at 1080p takes quite a bit of time to encode and kind of get chewed out toward the final product, so it's hard to get more than 1 episode done in a single day. So then I get to that weird backlog where I'm literally recording, editing an episode, posting. And if I do that editing an episode, encoding, and then posting it the next day, it's like with that kind of a vicious cycle going on, I'm only getting 1 video produced a day, which is really the big challenge I had originally, trying to get to 2 videos a day. now that I'm trying to get a little bit more of that sorted out in general plan-wise, I'm hoping that I can get to a system of, you know, recording a big session, editing them all in bulk, and then kick off the encodings. That way I'm reducing how much I'm doing each day, where it's literally record a longer session and then do the encodings associated with it. And then one day do purely editing and wrap it up with overnight and do some encoding. But try to find some better ways to, because one of the problems too is I have an extra step in my video encoding process because the software that I'm using to edit the videos doesn't accept them right out of my recording software for whatever friggin' reason now. Not sure exactly why. It's still H.264. Just not sure what the hell's going on. So I gotta run it through. I have to re-encode it before I even edit. So it's a bit of a process. I'm gonna try to figure that out soon. Like, once again, now that I have time. So once I get my processes all sorted, I might be able to get a little bit more efficient with how I'm doing my videos. I'm hoping that I can get a few of the batch encoding things working with my editing software, where I can, like I mentioned, spend an entire day editing and then just kick off a batch encode over the next few days. And then all I gotta do is upload. Well, not batch encode over the next few days. Actually, batch encode overnight into the day. And then by the time I make it home, they should be all ready to go, and I should be set to record a whole new session again. So there's a process going on. I'm getting to it, you know. I'm getting to a point where it makes sense. I'm also getting to the point where I'm ready to record RimWorld as well. So right now, on the docket of things to do, we have Kerbal Space Program. Try to rebuild the series where I left off of building the space base. I have Factorio, which is just playing Factorio. I have RimWorld, which is self-explanatory on that game. I have Minecraft. So we got Agrarian Skies 2, we have possible server play. Either one of those is on the radar. I'm not sure which one is actually going to take fruition. Depends on Donna's availability and getting the ability to record off of her laptop. Like her laptop can play Minecraft. I don't know if it's got enough oomph to do the recording as well. So I'll have to look into that. Until I can at least get some kind of capturing device, which is on the radar eventually. If I start doing more multiple people playing or anything like that, like Donna and I playing a game together, which leads me into Don't Starve Together. I know she really wants to play that. Conversations on doing Rust. I'm really not super interested in Rust because the concept of Rust is just infuriating to me. Progression is halted by people's douchebaggery, and you pretty much evolve into a douchebag yourself, so I don't know if I want to really go down that road. Yeah, I think that about does it as far as the list of games on the radar. Stay tuned for possibly more stuff. There's actually a few games on my Steam list that I have yet to play. Like, you know, people have recommended I play it, and I just haven't gotten to it. They're mostly like couch games, for like when I was doing my in-home streaming stuff. But I haven't really been invested in getting that going. Probably because my streaming box all of a sudden started running like shit, and I'm not sure why. It just crapped out on me. Like, not that it crapped out, it's the performance of it dogged all of a sudden. I'm not sure exactly why. So I have some things to sort out there. Because I do want to do more couch gaming and recording that, because I think that could be a lot of fun, where we're playing games just sitting on the couch, like Donna and I. Like, I'll get the camera set up there for that kind of stuff. But I am more of a, like, you know, PC gamer, that most of the games I really enjoy are the ones that require, like, the keyboard and mouse kind of approach. Like the shooter FPS games and such, or really highly technical games that you need some precision. Oh, last game, I remember what it was now. I knew there was one more. Prison Architect is something that I've played on and off for a while, but I think it would be a good idea to do a series. I was talking to an old coworker of mine about the game, and what basically he came up with was doing a recommendation on picking like a scenario, like aiming for certain goals. Specifically, he was take like a plot of land and build, start by building a minimum security wing, extend into normal security wing, go up into maximum, and then have like the super max. I forget what the actual term is in the game, but basically go like super max at that point, so anybody that's like ridiculous legendary criminals and stuff, and have them in a prison as well. So I was very curious by that, and I want to give that a spin. Where it's like your super, basically your minimum security guys are just free to do whatever. You have like in bunks and stuff, because there's bunks now, which blew me away, where you can actually build a dormitory in bunks, so there's just a bunch of prisoners sharing a cell. Do something like that. Let them pretty much have like all the free reign in the prison that they want. Then you have like normal security, where you have it a little bit more of a secured approach. Things like that. So it's definitely interesting, I have to say. I like to see how it plays out overall. The biggest challenge for me doing something like that is, if you ever played Prison Architect, a lot of what goes into it is making sure you're planning ahead. And then planning ahead for 4 different wings of 4 different designs is a little tricky. It's a lot of finding out what needs to be centralized between the prisons, things like that. So we'll figure it out eventually. But there we go. That's pretty much where I'm going to wrap it up at this point. Stay tuned for future updates on XCOM is definitely coming out tomorrow. And from then on, it's going to be a matter of what I can squeeze into the rotation, getting things prepped and ready to go. Tonight I'll be editing all the episodes needed for this week for XCOM. Hopefully squeezing in another session of XCOM so I can get a little more content. Like I mentioned, Friday into Saturday I'm going to be gone, so I want to make sure I have stuff queued up, and I'll fall in the same problem I fell into when I went to travel to Denver and I didn't have enough video. So, I mean, this is literally 2 days that I'm going to be gone, so we'll see how it plays out. But, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.